Hello everyone, this is Plankera, and welcome to my universe. I looked over everything that I did, and I still think the hair looks good. I didn't really see anything I wanted to fix. So, this means that for now at least. Oh, hair is done, and my mouth is not moving. There we go. Okay, so this means that I'm gonna go in and start fixing up the last few things that I didn't like about her face, and then just do some minor touch-ups in certain areas. Like, I do kind of want to fix the way the hair bends over here a little bit. But I didn't want to start doing all that until I had everything here good, because it adds complications. That has been my experience. It just makes everything a little bit more complicated. But anyway, I'm going to start with the simpler thing that I knew that I wanted to do, and I wasn't quite happy with how the mouth moved here. I think it just needs to be a touch lower. So I will start there. So let's see, it's currently... There should not be any rotation here. Okay. Not sure how that got there, but there we go. I will try 20. That seems like a pretty reasonable first place to start, and I do not know why there's rotation there. It's fine. I do not think there should be. Okay. Gonna swing our head around a little bit, because this is what lets me see whether or not this is actually working. But so far seems pretty good. Might be a little bit too low. Just gonna stare at it until I can come to a conclusion. Let me try 19. See if that's any better. I think today is going to be a lot of just tweaking numbers and then making Shalom dizzy. Gonna make her spin so much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think 19 is a little bit better. We'll see what I think as I keep working on things. Now then, the next part that was really bothering me was her eyes, especially in the upper right. But it's noticeable to me in all of the top turns, but I see it most clearly in the upper right. So let's see if I can fix whatever is going on there. So first, diagnostics. What's going on that's making me dislike it so much? Not sure yet, so let me go take a look at some numbers. So let's see, we have the right eye, the left eye here. Is it too high? 17, 17. I might also be messing with the eyelashes a little bit, because I do remember that I moved them around a bit on their own. So let me make sure that they're not moving up and down. Eyebrows are fine, I'm not going to worry about that. So for reference for what I'm looking at, if you look over here in this box over here, you can see that it says transform here. So this is things moving on the X, Y, and I guess a kind of a pseudo Z, since this is two-dimensional. If you think of just a basic graph, you'd have your X-axis going across, your Y-axis going up and down, and then a Z-axis that comes towards you and away from you. That's the way to think about it. And so I'm just adjusting the values over here. But it doesn't look like I move any of them up and down, which is good. That's exactly what I want. I don't need things to move up and down. I guess I'll move this one down. But I actually don't really have much of a problem with that. Okay. So even though it seems a bit strange, let me start by trying... seeing if moving her eye down a little bit will help. Okay. Once again, just checking some numbers. A little bit. It helped a little bit. I don't think it was the issue, though, so let me try a couple of other things. Do I move her right eye at all here? I do. Okay. The corners are, once again, just pointing out potential mistakes that I made elsewhere. And in this case, I'm wondering if I just did not have the eyes far enough to the right on the right turns here. So let me try moving it a little bit further. Something about the shape is still weirding me out, but it is a little bit better. Okay, I also appear to have had this eye a little bit lower than perhaps I should. And that's okay. Once I get something that I like in the upper right here, the upper right's easier to see because in the upper left, the small eye, the one that was bothering me the most, is mostly covered by hair. So I'm starting on this side because I just did not like this eye. I call it the small eye because when you turn a head like this, one eye appears a little bit bigger because one eye kind of recedes into the background here. So when you draw someone's head at an angle like this, if you compare, like, with a ruler, the exact size of each eye, this one will be smaller at this angle. And that actually gives the impression that the eyes are the same size because of perspective and stuff. Just how all that works out. So yes, right now I am looking at the small eye. And then when I'm ready to look at the big eye, I'll go over to this angle, because that's where the big eye is visible. And the small eye is then hidden by hair. Whereas over here, the big eye is hidden by hair. Do I do something with the size of you? No, but... it's like the goal here is just to make it look like her eyes are following the viewer around. So I also want to make sure that I have the gaze in kind of the right direction. And now I've changed it slightly, so I'm double checking these things. Okay, let me see. This one's moving too much. 2 to 0. Can I get away with just putting it at 1? Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I think it's a little bit too low there, so lift it up just a bit. There we go. So yeah, I'll spend some time also adjusting where her eyes are looking. Get that right. Okay. Another thought. I think I want the eyes to still be a little bit higher up. Which is gonna mess a lot of things up. I am concerned. But could I get away with maybe 19? Oh gosh, I'm making her nose look super long though if I do that. Okay, well, it's okay. This is the time for a little bit of science. I'm just gonna move everything up too. And if it looks okay, I will do the same on the other turns. Let's see if this helps at all. I think it did, actually. I think it might have. So in this case, I am strictly checking everything along this diagonal here. I am not going to look up my cardinal directions just yet. Because I think there were some changes that I made in those areas that just did not work out. And if I start comparing it to what I did on the other angles, then it's just not going to work out. It's just not. Sometimes I get an idea, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And it's the kind of thing that might have looked okay back when I didn't have the hair done. But as I started adding more elements, it just didn't work quite as well. And, you know, such things happen. Gotta go with what looks good. And this definitely looks better. And then I don't quite feel like I'm matching the shape of her eyelid here. How does it look normally? It's kind of flat near here, but it has a very slight downward angle. Whereas here, I do not think I respect that downward angle quite enough. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Couldn't find the layer for a second there. There we go. Oh, that's way too much. Okay. That is too much in the corners, but I think this part I definitely got closer. But I kind of want to flatten things, like, right here. Yeah, there we go. That's nice and flat. And kind of just keep a very slight downward angle going. Very, very slight. Okay, it's still a little bit too strong. Angle not slight enough yet. Okay. I think even that's going to be too strong. So let me keep poking at that. Okay, yeah, that's already a lot better. Now then, I think I still have some eyelid tweaks to make, though, just over on this side now. Where I want the part that kind of goes down. Part way over here on the side. I want it to be a little bit further to the side for one. And for two, I want the downward angle to be a little bit sharper. You know, this already looks a little bit less creepy. There has just been something bothering me about her eyes for a very long time. And I'm glad that I finally get to come fix it. This is one of those cases where typically I pick the thing that bothers me most whenever I start on a art thing for the day. And it works very well for me. And in this case, I really did just want to finish up hair stuff. But that has indeed been something that I've been looking at, and I've been saving it a little bit. Just a little bit. To kind of encourage me to finish the rest. So it feels really good to finally be able to fix some of this. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm getting somewhere now. How does her jaw feel? How does her jaw feel? I think the mouth is moving too much. Mouth's not working for me. Okay. Let's lower it down a touch, and maybe lessen this rotation just a little bit. Bring it down to like 25. Let's try 25. Okay, well, we do 2505, I guess. Thus the program demands. I'm making sure that that rotation change doesn't look bad. Nope, looks fine. So now let me take a look at her jawline. Make sure that all still checks out. I do always have a bit of trouble with such things, but I think here is not quite right. Is it? Yeah, I think it's not quite right. It's close. But I think I need the very just back of it, kinda up where, I don't know, the edge of her jaw is, if you want to feel the bones in your jaw there. Because I think, like, this part needs to be more lined up with her mouth. That, but better. Yes. But I do think I'm on the right track here. My first attempts are... I often tell myself, yes, that, but better. Very normal. Did I accidentally click on... No, I don't think so. I must have. Oh, yep. Let's see, how do I want this to be shaped? This isn't right. My eternal struggle with jawlines. I have a lot of trouble drawing them as well, so I'm not surprised that I have trouble rigging them too. Forced to confront my weaknesses repeatedly. I do think that learning how to rig has improved my drawing, though. Just because I really have to pay attention to, I guess, the three-dimensionality of 2D objects. And really think about how things change when a head moves. So I think that since doing this, my faces have felt a little bit more three-dimensional to me. It's felt pretty good, honestly. I've been enjoying working on this. I guess I must be, because otherwise I would not be able to continue working on it for like a year straight. I don't know, something here still just feels like her cheek is collapsing. Like, this doesn't feel right. So... maybe I need to... let's see. Up in her ear is kind of where the top of her jaw connects. Do I have her ears too high or something? I don't think I do. Yeah, ears are still kind of mostly lining up with the eyebrows. Like, obviously I need to fix the big side here, but I'm gonna do that once I start looking at the opposite corner. Still have some stuff to fix around the eyes. But I do think that they're looking better. Right here, though. Alright, I'm gonna have to try to get this symmetrical again if I change it, but... such is life, I suppose. It's, yeah, looking a little bit puffy, I think. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the upper right to look good without fixing the puffiness here. So I'll just have to spend some time getting it all symmetrical again. Unfortunate, but it cannot be avoided. That's how you would say, it is what it is. Okay, but yeah, I like this. I think it's working. And hopefully, once I get this into a at least slightly more reasonable spot, my upper right will look a little bit better too. Because I think what's causing some of the weird movement there is just that, ooh. Okay, no, that's not right. Well, what I was saying is that I think part of what's causing some discomfort in the upper right is just that the part that looks strange is just because it's catching some frames in between these two, and they're not lining up properly. Does this feel right? No, I think this feels right. This angle here. Maybe I need to push up the back just a little bit more. Like, right here. It's all under the hair, so I don't think it'll make any difference here. But it should make a difference up here. I don't know, there's still... Like, it's right here where things start looking a little bit strange. Let me hide her hair for a second. We're gonna go bald again here. Okay. I'm gonna try to move this so that I think everything is probably about as good as I can get it with the proportions that I have here. And then I'll put the hair back on and hopefully everything will check out. Because let's see, the jaw, yeah, kind of ends right above the mouth. At least feeling my own face. I like using my own face as a reference. Sometimes I use the mirror, sometimes I don't. Sometimes just touching it is sufficient. Just gives me a good idea of where the various parts of the face are. In this case, I just ran a finger across my jaw. Alright, let's turn the hair back on. I'm gonna have to smooth that out, but that'll come later. Okay, that checks out. I do think that her jaw needs to be a little bit rounder for this turn. But I think maybe I'm still overdoing it just a little bit. And also, I think the jaw should be coming in just a little bit more, like, right about here. We should kind of see the edge of it. Because that's, like, right above her mouth. So I think that checks out. This is going to be a little bit of trial and error. I would like to claim that I know something about jawlines, but I flail at them hardcore for a while every time I draw something. Every time. It's something I'm working on. Something that I'm working on, and something that I think rigging is actually helping a lot with. I might actually want to adjust the shadow here. I'll think about it. But for now, I'm gonna focus on the jawline. Okay, yeah, that seems a little bit better. Now I just need to try to get this symmetrical. Wish me luck. This is probably the worst part of doing the up and down turns, of just... You gotta deform it, you gotta deform the mesh, but we have no way of mirroring the mesh like this yet. I believe it's a future request, so I hope they add it soonish. I believe in 0.9. So for now I can have to pull shenanigans, and the way I do that is I just set the X scale to -1, and that flips it, so I can kind of see what it looks like on the other side. Leads to funny things like this, though. Yep. Yep. Look, you gotta do things to keep yourself sane, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, I think I need to take off the head shadows in order for me to see properly. Take off all distractions. And just try to get this fairly symmetrical. What I have here isn't bad. I feel like the chin is maybe a little bit off-center, though. If you've ever heard the art advice to flip your canvas horizontal to try to spot errors, this is basically the same idea. So I just flip it over and then look for where things feel a little bit asymmetrical and adjust accordingly. And I make sure that I am not arming the parameter when I'm doing it. I'm just doing it by default here. And then sometimes I'll flip it over and even deform it while it's flipped. Okay, so next part's gonna be over here. I kind of like this side, so I will leave it like that and just kind of eyeball this and correct it on the other side. That's pretty close. Let me clean up some vertices here. Feel a little bit jowly right there. Let's turn that to the other side. Okay, I think once I clean this up, that'll be pretty symmetrical. I'll still check it a few times, just because I always do. I never trust myself. Hello there, new Groho. Well, hello there. I hope you have a lovely dinner. What are you having? I mean, I did last stream too. Alright, let's see if I can get rid of some of these parts that are just kind of sticking out here. Okay. Oh, I've already finished the mouth and stuff. There are just some problems with her face that I'm fixing now. It was mostly some stuff around the eyes, but due to shenanigans, I'm having to fix some stuff along the jawline. And so now I'm just getting this symmetrical again. Always a bit hard. I look forward to the day where we can mirror mesh changes a little bit better. At least when they're on the same layer. No, this, like I said, there were just problems. And now I'm fixing them. Probably not. I don't think it really suits the character very well. I'm keeping her mouth pretty simple. She does not have a very wide range of expressions in-game, so... so I'm happy keeping it fairly simple. And I always have so much trouble de-lumping some of this, especially on this side. I had a vision for how parts of the mesh should have worked for certain areas, but it did not work out. So, that was unfortunate, but it's okay. It is good to keep in mind for the future. Those are vertices. So, yeah, each of these is a single vertex, and I poke on them in order to move the art mesh underneath. Vertices. It's a vertex, but plural. One of the irregular plurals in English. Because all of these are just triangles, and each triangle has 3 points. So three vertices. And I swear I cannot get this smooth. Correct. Only one side has the shadow there. Her entire head is like that. I just have the shadows turned off right now so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. But you can see only this side is shadowed. Same with her nose. That's just how the artist drew it. No, I just have it kind of, keep in the same position, roughly. It's like I could have done it like that, but I think that the way I have it looks fine. I thought about doing it a different way, but it would have made the shadows on her head an absolute nightmare, so I think this is fine. Maybe it doesn't make complete logical sense with the way light works, but it doesn't look bad, so I think it's fine. Okay, let me see. How is this supposed to look? Okay. When in doubt, consult the mesh. Can give ideas. vertices were actually a little bit further apart than I was giving them credit for, or on the original, that is. So I should separate them a bit here. Yeah, everyone has parts that they have trouble with. But art is fun. It's just also hard. It's okay, the best part about drawing for fun is that you can just do the parts you like. Okay, I'm gonna actually zoom out. Is that close enough? No, there's... right there still. Not quite right. Not quite right. Even when I zoom out, I still see a little tiny indent there. So I better pull that out. Pull that out and attempt to smooth it again. I hope you cooperate with me, little vertices. That's fine. Embrace your bad color sense if you enjoy bright colors. I mean, if you don't enjoy bright colors, then, you know, neutral colors are fine. Thanks. I'm doing my best. It just does not want to get smooth. And I don't really want her face to be, like, super lumpy, but I think that might be okay. Let me see how it looks with the head shadows back on. No, that's still really lumpy. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. Yeah, I don't see all the issues anymore. Alright, let's see if I need to move these shadows a little bit. I probably should move them a little bit. Yeah. There's a part on the shadows that just get very, very slightly darker. And I want to make sure that those overlap. Or rather that you see it. Since this is all clipped to the head shape, I need to make sure that they are actually, like, physically on there. And with the very slight changes that were made, they were now not quite on there. Okay. Yeah, now I don't see a bunch of weird stuff over here anymore. I'm gonna keep the headline off a little bit longer while I adjust this side one more time. Still kind of want this to go off that way just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I don't see a bunch of this shenanigans that I was seeing before anymore. Now, before I move on, I do think do I need to fix that hair shadow? Yeah, because it kind of curved on her cheek a little bit more. That one... Well, yeah, I saw the bottom of it was, on the default, was kind of curling around her cheek just a little bit more there. So I think this will look a little bit more natural. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. Probably need to do something similar here. Just have it kind of curl on the bottom of her cheek. Just a little bit. And if I have it wrong there, I probably have it wrong here too. So I'll just go ahead and check all my angles here. Okay, this one is different. So I think that area should be fine. Let's take a look around. There we go. Okay. Yep, much better. Okay, now I'm debating if I'd like what I did in the corner there. I don't think I do, actually. Okay. I think it looked fine on its own, but with the way the head is moving, I actually do not think I like that. I know that getting that right was like half the reason that I did this, but it didn't work out. Such things happen. Gonna leave the headline off for just a little bit longer. I was just looking at her eyes when I do the angle change, and it's just like eyebrows go whoop, whoop. It's okay, that'll be fixed momentarily. Okay, and with all the head stuff good, I think I can turn the headline back on, and now I need to copy over my deformation to the headline. Copy to headline. Copy to headline. Wow, I changed it that much. I am surprised. Anyway, back to eye shenanigans. Where are my eyebrows? Do I deform them? If I do, I shouldn't. I don't. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I was noting that the eye socket also needs to be raised up at the eyebrow, because the eyebrow should be sitting on it. A little bit more, it looks like. Do I do shenanigans with you? Is that how much I changed the size of the eye? I'm looking at the scaling here with the 80/70, and that seems very high. Yeah, I have 90/95 on the eye, so the eye socket should be about the same. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back to that eyelid. It may be a small area, but it is, you know, basically what defines her eye. At least part of it. The eyelashes and the eyelid, I think, probably make the biggest difference here. So I want to make sure that everything is good here. These are the most important parts, the eyes. So I always want to make sure that I get them just right. Hold nothing back. Okay, I don't feel like this has completely erased my problems, but it has vastly improved them. When I changed her eye makeup, I think I overdid it. Let's rein that in just a tad. Okay, and then there's like a part here that kind of marks the corner of her eye, and that needs to be just a little bit higher up. Just a little bit. There we go. That part is fairly straight. And then there's a part goes underneath her eye here. Yeah, looks like I move it over, and I did not move it over with everything else, or... No, I moved the entire node there, so I guess that was just wrong. That's fine. Mistakes were made, and now I'm here to fix them. Now I want to try something. So I have the middle of her eyelash here, and I want to try to make it just a little bit thicker. Since theoretically at this angle, we might actually be seeing a little bit more of this eyelash. And I'm wondering if that'll fix some of the problems I have. Well, I mean, this just created a whole bunch of new problems, but let's see what I can do. Still feel like the middle part of her lash should be a little bit further to the left. But if I move it even that far, it starts making her bottom lashes freak out. Okay. I don't think this works. It was worth a try, but I don't think it works. I don't really like the way it looks. Oh, this does look way less creepy to me than it used to, though, so that's nice. I am no longer weirded out when I just look at everything. Okay, and I think I'm gonna make a few more changes to her jawline. This time on the other side. So let's hide the headline. I'll hide the head shadows too. Just to keep things a little bit simpler, and I think I want to push in her cheek just a little bit right here. I'll need to smooth this out, but I can do that in just a little bit. Let me make sure that this is actually good. Yes. I think that is a little bit better. And hopefully I will not need to spend a whole bunch of time smoothing out that freaking jawline. Yeah, I think that looks pretty smooth. And I think I want to do something similar here as well. Just push in the cheek right here to kind of define her cheekbones a little bit better. I don't want to do any big changes here. Just a tiny one. Oh, that was too much. Even that was too much. That's how small the kind of changes that I want to make here are. Alright, that seems pretty good. Let's turn the stuff back on and scroll back down to the head. Copy this to the headline. And before I forget, I want to do it here as well. I'm not going to do it on the upper left yet. It's because I want to make sure that I have the upper right looking the way that I want. But I actually do think that this is looking much better. Okay, and some things have clearly changed here, so let me fix some of these. All good here? Yeah. I do not think that these things should be moving. I am not sure why the eyelid is freaking out, though. I would have thought that this would have had its own deformations. Okay, well, I guess I'll fix that too, because, yeah, look at that thing go up. I'm not quite sure why it is. Is it just here? Oh, thank goodness. I thought I looked at it. I apparently did not. But nonetheless, it looks like I still need to fix it just a little bit to line things up a little bit better with my upper right turn. Okay, there we go. That looks much better. Yeah, I don't feel any really bad discomfort anymore. I think I will lower the mouth by 1 and test that. Because if I feel any discomfort, it's there. Okay, that seems fine. And then I just see that the head shadows are not properly lining up with my top turn. Probably after all the shenanigans that I was pulling. So I gotta lift those up a little bit. There we go. Easy peasy, no big deal. Now I need to adjust the values on my top turn, so this way she doesn't waggle her eyebrows at the viewer every time she turns her head. Can't have that. Alright. So I've only done the right eye, or left eye. So 19. But since that these are symmetrical, I need to do it here too. Okay. 1. And we'll do that over here as well. Bring it up to 1. In theory. Eyebrows. 1. I suck it. 16. Okay, let's see how that is. Alright. So then the rest is just correcting the eyelid here so that it lines up with my upper right. And that, unfortunately, I deformed, so I can't copy it quite so easily. I just gotta fix it. On the left. Ah, wait, no, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't, that's right. I forgot that I use transforms here too. 2. Do I have to deform it? No. A little, but for different reasons. I think it'll just look a little bit better if I follow what I was doing before, where I have the slight downward angle here. Just very slight. Okay, and I actually do think that I moved the corner of her eyelid a little bit too far here. Because I do, when I have her move her head to the right, I do want the eyelid to kind of move to the right as well. Alright. And then I think for this part, once again, I have the corner of her eye makeup here kind of tilted downward, and I don't think that's right. It needs to be flat. just flat. So that, I think I want to line up with my upper right turn. And I will use the upper right turn as my template. If it doesn't match up there, then it is wrong. But I think that looks pretty good. Alright. Let's check things one more time here. Okay, looks good to me. Now then, I want to duplicate this over to the other side. So, where is eyelid, eye makeup? I want the right one. There we go. So we set that for mirrors, this way I don't have to do it all again. Oops. Did not mean to do that. I wanted the right one. Look, I'm dyslexic enough on my own. The fact that I have to reverse this for convention's sake. Because, like, even though we're looking at it, this is her left eye. Because we do it from the character's perspective for some reason, instead of our own. I don't know why that became convention. Drives me nuts. Like I said, I am dyslexic enough without having to worry about this, but here we are. And then I think I changed that here. Let me see, to 1. And you are at 1. Okay, cool. Let's see. I did the eye makeup, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, yeah, this feels much better. Alright, now I need to make sure that the head is the same shape here. So let's copy it on over. Now that I know things look good, I can safely do this. Okay. So now that I've done the small eye on my upper turns up here, I'm gonna check the small eye on my lower turns too, but I never really had any complaints with them. Yep, they seem fine. Now I want to check the big eye. I think I've basically got the horizontal position perfected with the small eye there. So I will just copy those values over. 19. And actually, before I forget, I want to copy over everything I did to the small eye. Okay, it was also 19. So I remember that I set this back to 0, I believe. Oh no, I do have you at -1. Okay. So you should be +1. Oh, it's just the height. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Now then, scroll back up here, and I want to once again set everything in the mirror. It is the left that I want, right? No. No, it is not. Well, that's okay. I'll figure it out, don't worry. This is why I always check before I just start changing a bunch of things. Because I don't trust myself. Only doing right ones. Only doing the ones on the right. Don't worry about anything else. Like that. Right. Only the right. Okay. Did I not get eye makeup? I didn't think I did. Scroll wheel still having a bit of trouble, but... Let's see. M? For eye makeup? Yes. There we go. See, this is why I wanted to set everything now before I forgot. Oh yes, and the eyeball itself. 2, 1. 2, 1. One, 2. That doesn't seem right. Okay, yeah, we're good. Hooray! Okay, big eye time. Okay, and I have that. I have the eyebrows looking good over here. So let's see what I did. Just one. What did I do? Well, I can use my eyes here. Once again, I'm just gonna use my eyes here. Once again, I'm just gonna check the diagonal. The diagonal is what matters, nothing else. Okay, that seems fine. I just need to get the eye socket into place. That will drive me nuts until I fix it, so let's do it now. Get the eyebrow properly sitting on that. I don't think I like the way the eyebrow is sitting there. Alright. Leg is demanding a new position. There we go. Foot didn't fall asleep this time, but the leg was demanding a new position nonetheless. Now I'm looking at the hair here. Is that a problem? I don't know. It kind of looks like a problem to me. It's weird. I don't get that feeling on this side. Just this one. Okay, I should fix that a little bit. I guess we're doing a little bit more hair. It's fine. So here, here, and here. All I really want to do is just get a big old brush, move the entire thing just very, very slightly upward. I'll probably need to adjust the shadows around it too, but start with this. Okay, same thing. Here, here, and here. Move them very, very slightly to the right. And I guess I have to do the same thing here. So here, here, and here. Move it very, very slightly to the right. And here. Grab here, here, and here. And move it all just very slightly to the right. Oh, that was actually too much. Okay, let's try that again. Here, here, and here. Grab the whole thing, move it very slightly to the right. Yeah, there we go. And then I have to fix the upward turns here as well, so we grab those 3 layers one more time. Well, 2 more times, probably. And very slightly upward. Okay, and then here, we grab here, here, and here. And we move it very slightly upward. There we go. Okay, now I just fixed the shadows. So let's see, how should they look? I don't think they need to move very much. I mean, I didn't move the area that much to begin with. So that is to be expected, but I do need them to be a little bit closer to the hair here. And I'll grab the ones by the side, the front bang there after. I'm gonna start with just this one. Just refreshing myself on exactly how close they need to be. Okay, I think that's fine. I was just looking at something right over there. But I think it's okay. I think it'll look better once I fix the shadow here. I don't think I need to fix it on this turn, but I definitely need to fix that up on this one. Left turn, fine. Upper left, not so much. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, let's see, how is this? Is that too much? Actually, yes, I do think it is a little bit too much. I thought it was fine before, but now that I see it in motion, nah, it's a little bit too much. Alright, seems better. Okay, there actually is one more hair-related thing I want to touch up on. And that is just here. I just want this to be higher. It's getting a little bit stretched out. I think that is fine. I just need to clean it up a little bit, and then all will be well. Probably gonna have to do something similar on some of my other angles. Let me check them. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, cool. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now, on the original, this has kind of a curl. It curls inward, but here, there's this spot that kind of bulges out, and I need to fix that. I'm amazed it didn't bother me this morning. There we go. Now smoothing. Gotta get that curl nice and smooth. As always, it seems like I have dug myself into a small rabbit hole here. Taking a little bit longer to fix this than I was hoping. I think part of it is the shadow, though. I'm just gonna stay zoomed in here. Let's fix up the shadow before I do any more. Because now that I've tucked this part in, I gotta tuck in the shadow as well. Oh, not that much, actually. Okay. I want it to be about the same size as the one on the neutral turn. Maybe a little bit smaller, but not that much smaller. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I think that's good. So back to the eye. Okay. So I need to go back and just fix some of the values here. I remember that I had to lower the eyelid a little bit, so let me find out how much lower that is. I think I raised it to 2, yeah. Oh, that was eye makeup. Eye makeup is already good. 2? Oh ho. Okay, so it's the way I'm deforming it on this side. That's fine, I can also fix that. Alright, I think I know just what to do. We're just gonna take the whole thing, move it on over here. You see, about roughly not quite as long as her eyelash. Using this eyelash as a little landmark. Alright, and once again, I want it to be flat on top with just a very slight slope downward here. Okay, I think that's good. And now for the makeup. We can take that little corner, lift it up, get it flat, and then get the rest of this flat. A little bit too high. There's still something odd about the way the eyelashes are moving here. Did I have numbers on any of these? No, I don't. Do I have numbers here? 19. A little bit of rotation. That seems pretty normal. But it looks like that's going higher. Is that little bit of rotation just really messing things up? No, I don't think so. Let me see, I did move the big eye a little bit over here, so 41. Let me see. And did I adjust the eyeball itself? 1-1. -1, so this one should be a +1. Yep. How odd. What does it look like her lower eyelashes are going up? Am I crazy? Okay, no, that's way too far. And let me see, I think I moved the small eye a little bit here. 30. I did. 30. Okay. Want to make sure things are nice and symmetrical there. I thought I copied over the eyelid. Let me see. Eyelid, eyelid. I did. Okay, did I not adjust the height here? 19, 19. No, I did. 30. Let me make sure that all these values are right. Actually, there's probably an easy way to do this. This is right eye node. Scroll down to R, right eye node, set for mirror. Okay. All is well. And yet, the eyes do not look right. Why is this eyelid so confused? Did I not properly set you here? Apparently not. Okay. That would explain it. And let's find the eyelid here. So eyelid, right. Okay. For some reason, it just was not set. That would do it. I don't mind it being off on this turn here because I have... That would do it. I don't mind it being off on this turn here because I haven't adjusted the big eye on this one. Because I want to get the big eye looking good over here first. I'm guessing I probably haven't set the eye makeup here either then. Eye... makeup, right. Okay, yeah, that's right. And I need to set the eyes over here too. That's right, I haven't done that. Right eye set for mirror horizontally. The left I will worry about after I decide where I want it to go. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. I think everything's lining up now. So back to staring at this diagonal. Okay, I feel like the eyebrow is going over a little bit too much. So I'll push it back over here. And I feel like the eyelid is going over a little bit too much too. So I'll just slide this whole thing a little bit further to the right. I am in full trust of the diagonal. I will believe whatever it says. I ignore the opinions of all other angles right now. What the diagonal says goes. And right now it says that this corner was not quite in the right spot. Now I'm just trying to shape this, make this a little bit flatter on the top, because that was another area that didn't look quite right. So flat on the top, with a slight slope. Yeah, it still looks like those lower eyelashes are just going up a little bit. I wonder... do I just, for some arbitrary reason, need to set this one click lower? Yeah, it lines up fine there, so... okay, I'll roll with it. Seems weird, but what do I know? Okay. Now I think I like the location of this eye, so I want it to match up down here, so this needs to be over at 40. Still not quite happy with the way the eyebrow is, so I guess for whatever reason it just needs to come back the other way. I don't know, seems weird, but I am trusting what I see, so I'm not gonna ask too many questions. And let's see, the eye makeup, I remember, also has some stuff concerning that highlight. It kind of sits above the eyelash there. And that was not quite in the right spot. Okay, I think that the corner of the eyelid here needs to drop down. Now just cleaning up another little edge there, but what I was actually looking at was over here. Okay. There's something not quite jiving with me, and I was having trouble pinpointing what it was, but I think it's actually right here. I think the length of this is fine, but basically on the default here, there's a thicker spot right there, and it was not quite in the right spot. Not quite. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I think I can start copying this over to the other side now. So first things first, I want to get it over here. So we have right... Let me see if I can find left. No, I want to copy it over here. Oh no, it is the right eye that I want to change here. Look, I told you. It makes me so unbelievably dyslexic. It drives me nuts. I know, we're dealing with the right eye. It's fine. Okay. So now it's just a matter of finding all the other spots that I adjusted directly, like the eyebrows and all that good stuff. And it is the right side. Only look at the right. We ignore the left. See? This is eyebrow left, and actually I guess you guys can't really see where I'm highlighting because the chat cloud is there. But it's fine. I assure you. I'm ignoring the left. Oh, that's the left. We ignore. We go to the right. Where's eye makeup? I know I adjusted that quite a lot. Eyebrow... eye makeup, not left, right. Okay. How are we doing? Feels so much better. Look at that. Yay! Okay. Let's see, I've got some time still. I'm probably going to want to stop relatively soon. But the next thing I want to do is fairly straightforward. It's basically, I have a mask covering part of the eye lines. This way, when her head goes up, I can hide parts of the line there and just really make it look like her head is tilting back a little bit more. And that kind of gets weird with certain angles, like here it should actually be... Where are you? A little bit more to the left here. I want to hide a little bit more of the chin. Actually, I think I want it to be... Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. Kind of the same over here. I want to hide a little bit more of the chin. There we go. And then I don't think I mess with it at all on my lower turns. In fact, on my lower turns, I think I want it to be even lower. Just so it is nice and out of the way. Yes. Okay. So now the real trouble comes is, like, right here. Right here it shouldn't be showing. So this is why I need some additional axis points. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I think I'm even going to make a backup just because... Well, there's been problems, so give me a moment. Let me go make my backup here. See if it lets me. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So now I have another backup. And now if something explodes, I'll be fine. So let's see, on the x-axis I want 2 more. -5 is fine. And then I want another one at +5. There we go. Now I have a few more points I can edit. Why? Well, this is why I made a backup, because I feel like something changed. Like, does her head seem thinner? Am I crazy? Let me just double check just to make sure that I'm not crazy here. Let me just make sure. Oh no, I'm definitely not crazy. Something... Yeah, it, like, got rid of the middle here. Okay. Crisis averted. But it's okay, this is exactly why I created the backup. Because I was afraid that something might have happened, and I would have been so sad if I lost all that. Oh god, my upward turns are gone. Nope, we still got a crisis. Well, yeah, because I knew adding axis points was acting kind of weird. And they're just gone. Okay, I'm gonna go revert back to my previous version. Give me just a moment to do that. Don't worry, won't take too long. Okay. There we go. All is well. So, I'm not gonna be able to do that like I was hoping. That's a bit awkward. That is incredibly awkward. Now I'm just thinking about how I want to do this. And as you can see, I'm very deep in thought. So there's probably workarounds I could do. I could probably just make a new parameter, copy and paste all of my things over there with the new access points. But the fact that it broke that badly just makes me really, really concerned. So I think I'm just not going to worry about it. Maybe I'll go back and fix it up someday, but for now, I think this is okay. I'll just leave it here. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it there. The line on the bottom turns really isn't that bad. It's a little awkward, and I think it might actually just be better if I just don't. Just leave the line fully intact there. I think that's probably a reasonable compromise. Same with here. I think that's fine. And then the line disappearing can just be for the upward turns. Okay, that works. And this will just have to be like that. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call that finished for the head turns. And honestly, after dealing with bugs, I don't really feel like getting into the body turns today, so I think I will just end it there. And next time, we're gonna get started on the body, and unless I see something that I just really need to fix with the head. So, in celebration that we'll be starting the body, I'm going to turn her flower back on. And I will do that next time. So glad I created that backup. Oh man, could you imagine if I had just completely lost my upward head turns? I probably would have rage quit. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Yes. So I think I will end it there for today. So tomorrow's Subnautica, so won't be starting on the body turns there. And I will start them on Wednesday. But regardless, thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will see you all tomorrow for some Subnautica.